Oh, okay, this is the October Caledonian Hill Walking Club hike meet here at it's called Lennoxtown, and we're hiking to Dumgoyne. It's roughly about 10 miles, 8 to 10 miles. The weather's rubbish, but it's really good, and I'll just record footage throughout the hike. Fairly low level today as well. So it's on the west side of Scotland. As you could probably imagine, the weather's rubbish, as you can see, but just got to get on with the hike one way. So this is Lennoxtown we're starting off, and we're going to make our way to Dumgoyne. So as I say, I'll just record footage throughout the 8 to 10 miles hike. So just as a starting point, this is where we just literally started. And we're just going to be heading. There's no, we're not going up any Munros today or anything like that. Weather pendant, it's just the way it is. So. Anyway, I'll get footage throughout and just get some photos as well. So as I might say, so this is October 2025 hill walk. I think I said September, but it's October. This is the October 2025 hill walk meet for the Caledonian Hill Walking Club. October. Right, just making my way down here. And over this burn like that. So the last hill walk I was on, the weather was fine, but it was just extremely windy. This hill walk, the weather's just wet. This might be some interest. So it's kind of north of Glasgow where we are. I don't know, maybe 30 miles north of Glasgow or something. But it's certainly in that area of Scotland where we're at. And probably not overly far from the airport, as you can probably hear. Certainly in terms of planes, it wouldn't be far at all. But it's just an observation made, because they're in like 3 groups in that. The first 2 that got off about 7 or 8 miles, 6 or 7 miles east of here. It was really quite windy where they were. It was evidently clear with the movement of the trees and that. But 6 or so miles down the road a bit, where we're at, not a drop of wind. And like that in Dundee, that's where we start off from, that's where we're based. No wind there either. So it's like microclimate weathers, which is quite unusual. And like that last month as well with the hill walk. In Dundee, there was no wind. When we got to Glen Isla, about 40 miles north of Dundee, it was gale force winds. It was gale force all throughout the hike, right to Glen Shee. By the time we got back to Dundee, it wasn't too bad, but it was pretty much calm. So today as well, you know, in Dundee, no wind. The first 2 that got dropped off, that done the 6 or 7 miles away from here, it was windy, it was evidently clear. I could see the trees blowing around. And where we're at now, 6 or 7 miles away from that, no wind at all. So just an observation made. It's quite strange. I'll just mention that anyway, as there's a lot of other things. But anyway, I just put that on my video so I can refer back to it myself. So we're just heading out along this way. So yeah, as I say, we just have to hope that the weather stays dry at least. I'm prepared for it. I've got all the hiking stuff on, other water gear. So that's just part and parcel of how it is in Scotland. You're lucky with the weather. Well, I just got to make do with it. This is what we're heading on, John Muir Way. And we're just continuing along. And we're crossing. So we've stopped here about a kilometre or so from where I mentioned about the wind being very calm where we were at. Just having a wee tea break here. And the wind, as you could probably hear, is kind of like picked up all of a sudden. So I find that quite odd. If you look back just I saw earlier on in the video, there was no wind at all. I was actually saying that. I was commenting on just how calm it was. Now, the wind has just maybe a kilometre away. The wind suddenly now picked up, which I find pretty bizarre. As I say, it's like micro withers. We weren't in a sheltered area or anything earlier on either. But we're in the same kind of vicinity, the same sort of terrain, and you know, we haven't really changed the geographical positioning or difference in the terrain. It's been pretty much the same, and yet the wind has picked up all of a sudden. And that was only, what, maybe half an hour ago, and about a kilometre away maybe. Maybe a kilometre and a half then, I don't know. It wasn't, maybe not even half an hour ago, and suddenly the wind's picked up. It's an observation, just an observation that I've made there. It's worth, I'll refer back to this myself. So, we're back on the move again. We just stopped for a few minutes, 10 or so minutes for coffee, and we're continuing on. Yeah, it is a lovely autumn feel about it. And that's the path I just came along. Strathblane. That's over it. So we're at Strathblane at the moment, and we're just deciding what we're doing next. I'll show you a bit about it, I'll show you some footage. So like I was saying about the wind earlier, it's picked up all of a sudden. This is down there, isn't it? The dog's coach coming up as well, which is quite a big swanky coach, tidy one. Dogs of Glasgow. So a lot about bus spotting as well in this video. As you know, if you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm interested in old buses and new buses and modern buses. So I'm just going to catch up a bit now. It's not that cold, it's just wet. Not very nice, but these buildings are quite impressive. I'll show you that. Makes an impression. Quite different looking, and for me, I don't see that very often, so I'm going to log it in the video. Different colour and shape to the ones that I'm most familiar with. So we're going left. It's been a bit of a mixture of heights. We've been out in it's a wee bit of urban hiking as well, because we're walking through Strathblane. So there's a wee bit of streets that we're walking through on this hike, and then we'll be back out in the countryside as well, so it's a bit of a mixture. It's certainly a bit of a mixture of hill walking today. Back inside what way we're going now. It's Dumgoyne Road. I think we're maybe going to be going up here. Just deciding what route we're going to go, if we're heading up here or what. There's a wee burn down here. Deciding. Heading up this way. That's where we're heading. Pretty much just in the outskirts of Strathblane, passing like a football pitch, and then we'll be out into the countryside again. Just pause the video.
The last month I was in the sea off Arbroath cliff treks, which was a bit of a misnomer because they actually kayaking.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and we stopped in an inlet.
Oh, I know. I must tell them that I forget the green back.
So if you want to read that, just pause the video. If you've got a big screen you're watching it, it'll be a lot easier to read as well. But if you're on the phone and you're watching it, you could zoom in on the phone, pause it and zoom in, and you can read the text on both sides of the captured footage of my videos and pictures of it. It's still on the outskirts of Strathblane. So Blainfield seems to be sort of on the outskirts of Strathblane, and I just came down from there. Just go back over this side. It's Station Road. You get that in there. Very clear. Station Road. That's what we're on anyway. Crossing. So we're just trekking along this way now as well. So we're going on through there. So I don't really want to take off my other glove. I don't think it. Oh, we'll zoom in on it. Look, maybe get a bit of a zoom in for you as well. Dumgoyne Distillery. So that's Dumgoyne Distillery there in the distance. We're just on the outskirts of Dumgoyne. So that is called Campsie Hill. Just worth noting that as well. Campsie Hill. Well, it's Dumgoyne Distillery. We're kind of like getting closer to Dumgoyne. I don't think we're joined to it yet, but it's on the outskirts of it. I think we're at Dumgoyne. We're just basically coming into the muddy boots welcome calf bar. We're just on the outskirts now, and you can see the calf up there. I just don't want to zoom in at the moment because I've got my glove on my other hand and it's soaking wet. I don't particularly want to do that. So there's some literature here. Again, just pause video if you want to read it. I think this could be the finishing line for the hike. So it's a bit wet, the lens, camera's wet, so I'll film when we get a bit nearer, show you that cafe a bit clearer because there wasn't a bit of zoom in. But this will be Dumgoyne, and it's we started a bit further back, so we've probably done more like 8 or 9 miles. Get to here from where we started. So it did say muddy boots. It did say muddy boots welcome. But actually my boots aren't too bad. We've been walking through a lot of puddles. It was really muddy further back there, but the boots are a lot cleaner than I thought they would be at the end of this hike because of these puddles. So they're not too bad actually. So I can't really recall I've ever been here before, so it's Beech Tree Calf Bar and Restaurant. I can't say I've ever been here before, I don't recall it. So I think we've reached the end, I think, unless I plan on doing a bit extra or something, I don't know. Just have to see what happens, but I won't round the video off yet until I know what we're doing. I know we're heading in here. I don't know if we're staying here till the bus comes or if we're going further or what, I'm not sure. Yes, so yeah, we're just all part of the hike club all together. So we're just waiting to get a seat. So lovely wee place.
You'll get wet.
So, just going to round the video off, that's the hike done. So it's about 8 to 10 miles and just sitting here, had a nice chicken Scottish broth from the Beech Tree Inn. Coke, pint of Coke, or can of Coke with ice. So that's it, I hope you enjoyed the video, see what else I've got on my channel and thanks for watching. Bye for now.